Hi, happy Wednesday. Welcome to your midweek retreat with Gavin with Gail. How have you been? I've missed you all. So I'm back tonight with a little prelude to tonight's segment. I want us to spend some quality time with ourselves for just a moment. This segment is called No Buts About It. We are going to get rid of those permission slips that we give ourselves to wiggle out of some things. I hope you enjoyed tonight's segment. Thank you for signing on and gabbing with me tonight. And if you haven't already, you know what I'm going to say. Like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe to this thing so we can keep coming in here and joining together and coaching through life together as family and a community. So I hope you like tonight's segment. Let's go. Hey, thank y'all for coming on tonight. It is Wednesday. It's time for your midweek retreat. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for joining us if you are new to the Gavin community. Baby, tonight we going to tell the truth on ourselves, okay? Because I know I'm going to talk about me. I can only talk about me. I can't tell you about you, but I sure want you to tell me though, honey, because we're going to be listening up tonight. So tonight we are going to talk about permission slips and how we give ourselves that back door and give ourselves permission not only to break promises and commitments in other areas of our lives, but also breaking promises to ourselves. And that's something we going to stop doing. Okay? So we are here to try and give our very best just to spend some real, raw, transparent time with ourselves, just to kind of examine what is it that we're doing that we can change. It's easy to point the finger and say what somebody else is doing that's affecting us. But what are we doing to ourselves that's not only affecting us, but it is delaying us and it is hindering and clouding our judgment when it comes to accomplishing our goals and chasing them dreams. So I think it's funny, and I know y'all do this too. I'm not by myself. I know I'm not. When we make plans and we feel so excited and enthused at the moment, but then we start overthinking, we start doubting, and we start doing that self-sabotage or whatever it is, but somehow we find a way not to do it, don't we? Ooh, we something else, child. So y'all kill me, and I kill me too, with that accepting and declining all at the same time. It is so funny how we do that. We'll make plans and say, oh, sure, but it sounds good, but I'm going to check. But they may need to, or I may need to, or this may, but, no more buts. A but in an acceptance or an agreement or plan is you giving yourself permission to break a promise to yourself. Yes, that's exactly what that is. We are going to work towards not doing that. We have got to stop breaking promises to ourselves. And it seems like we get stuck in this habitual comfort zone. Yeah. We all know where that place is, don't we? We know where that takes us. Nowhere. All the time that I have been thinking about this, I've caught myself so many times since studying this. And that back door that we create for ourselves, you know how we like to co-sign our own BS. We like to co-sign our way out because we will find a way not to do something. At this point in our lives, we have got to filter through everything that is not in our control and focus on what is in our control. This is in our control. So I made mention about how we insert buts when we're making plans so that we're easily able to say, oh, I ended up not being able to do that, or I'm not going to be able to go, or just not saying anything at all. But when you start talking about goal planning and achieving goals and changing your lifestyle and building a legacy, that's a different kind of but. That is a life-altering but. That's a stagnant but. That's a we ain't making no progress but. And we're going to stop doing those because that but gets inserted in there for you to open the door for doubt and self-sabotage. We got to change our way of thinking. We have to trust our gifts and the process. When we talk about keeping commitments to ourselves, that is one of the most important things that we can do is keep promises to ourselves. Stay on track with the plans that we make that are going to impact our lives. I'm going to go over a couple of examples of how I've noticed that I and other people that I've talked to have used this to segue ourselves out of success, segue ourselves out of believing in ourselves, understanding and connecting and tapping into that part of you that is ready to go full force. And the only thing that keeps you from doing that is your butt. Get your butt out the way. So I have a few examples here of the butts. You and your butt, me and my butts. We're getting rid of that. One of them is, but it's going to be hard. Haven't you done something hard before? Just because it's hard doesn't mean you cannot do it. Oh, and this one, but it might take too long. We've done some things and hung in there with some things that we had no business, that didn't even benefit us at all. But we did it. There go that butt. Let's talk about what's driving your butt. The main thing that's driving your butt is fear. Fear is a very strong emotion, and it takes over so many different aspects and elements of our decision making. But comes from a fear, just like skydiving. A lot of people don't do skydiving but it's too risky. Is it? Or are there just risky skydivers? Because when you take on a goal and you accept a challenge for yourself, educate yourself, do the research, train. And the people who do proper training, who educate themselves, most often are successful at skydiving. 100% of the time, I can't say that. I don't have the data to support that. Most of the time, what is most of the time? And I will come here and use another example for those of you who don't like the skydiving analogy. Let's talk about maybe you starting something and you feel, oh, that's going to take too long. It's going to take me 18 months to do that. I don't have that kind of time. You don't. Or do you really have the time? What I want you to avoid is that feeling that comes when 18 months have passed and you could have or should have gotten started and done that thing and you didn't, but you're still sitting in the same place you were 18 months ago. Where you could be right now if you just kept going. If you replace your buts with, but I can't, with, but I can, I will, I have, it is, and keep going. Nothing wrong with self-talk. Nothing wrong with self-encouragement. Also, surround yourself with people who are growing, who are on the trail that you're on, or who have already been there and past that can help inspire you and give you some guidance. That's key. A huge part of our success is about our choices. What we choose to do, what we choose to believe in, the people we choose to surround us. We have choices to make. And oftentimes when we're growing, we got to make some hard decisions. But are they really that hard? Because I'm going to tell you, My dreams are far more important than someone else's comfort. And just because someone may be uncomfortable with my growth or the path that I'm on, it doesn't mean that I dim myself down and slow down my path. That just means I need to leave people where they are sometimes. They're on their journey. I can't allow them to put me in a lane. I make my own lane because I'm headed towards my own greatness. No one can take that path or set that journey for me. I have to measure, how important is this to me? How bad do I want it? How bad do I want change? How much freedom do I really want? I want a lot. So you have to ask yourself some questions and have a real conversation with yourself. What are you willing to do to capture those feelings and those dreams that you've been dreaming about? As I wrap up, I'm going to ask you to do me one favor. When you feel yourself about to write yourself a permission slip, to doubt yourself and to self-sabotage, I want you to look at the bigger picture. Don't be afraid to break the picture down. Just like food, you cannot inhale an entire ribeye, bone-in ribeye steak. You have to cut it down into pieces in order to have successful digestion. Look at your picture. See it vividly. You have everything you need to start changing the dialogue that you have with yourself. You know that conversation when you start talking yourself out of something? Just change the dialogue you have with yourself and have an honest conversation. If you can't have an honest conversation with you, who the hell you gonna have an honest conversation with? Change what you say to yourself. Change what you believe about yourself. I promise you have everything you need inside of you to get the job done. It's in you. You feel it. But you can't seem to break past it. You can get over that. And I'm going to try to help you how to do that. We always look at things in increments of time when it's time for us to set goals and make plans for ourselves, of course. But time is a perspective. How you look at time, who you spend it with, and what you're doing with that time, that's your view. So when you say you don't have time, go take another look. Look a little closer. Repurpose your time. Because I guarantee you, you can find 1 hour in between scrolling social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, playing games, streaming things on your phone. I guarantee you, you can find 1 hour of your time to edify yourself. Your growth and development requires your full attention. If you dedicated 1 hour every day to investing back into yourself and accomplishing some goals or revisiting plans about dreams and things you've always wanted to do, you'll really start seeing some real results. I have options for you. There's things you can do to get started. Do you believe you can do it? I do. I'm happy that you came in and had this conversation with me tonight. I want you to see and understand that you can focus on the bigger picture. You can see the joy just ahead, but it does require some work. If you're looking for an opportunity to figure out how to change your life, reach out to me. We may have an opportunity for you. If you want to do a one-on-one coaching or session to try to figure out how that plan can look for you, reach out to me. I'll be happy to talk with you. There's an array of things you can do to prepare yourself for your success, but you have to first get in the driver's seat. No one else can drive you there. Get in the driver's seat. Start the ignition. Just start moving. Because nobody gets anywhere just sitting in the car. You have to drive it. Get in the seat of your success. Follow your dreams and the plans you have for yourself. If you don't have a plan, we can make one for you. It's been a pleasure coming on here tonight. I love that y'all came to gab with me tonight. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Please get my contact information out of the description. And don't forget to chase those dreams. Thank y'all so much. Come on in here and like and subscribe to this thing. If you have not already subscribed to Gabbing with Gail, we polled last week to see what you thought about us changing our banner and if you wanted us to come on more than once a week. Thank y'all so much for the people that participated. I'm still waiting for those results. I want you to put number 1 if you want us to change our banner with the Gabbing with Gail logo. I want you to do a number 2 if you just want me to leave it alone and don't touch it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And number 3. Into number 3 in the comments if you want me to come on more than once a week. It will be twice a week. I appreciate you all. Thank you for sharing this time in your life with me. I love coming on here with you guys. Thank you for the inspiration and the encouragement. I love the comments. Please keep the comments coming, because sometime on those days when I need a pep talk and I need inspiration, I come back and I read those. I thank y'all so much for giving me this time. I love you. Have a wonderful week, okay? Love you. Bye.